Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live listening to all these cameras shutter. Did you see that? Kim Jong Un and Donald Trump just shook hands. This is really happening, folks. There's literally nothing else I want to talk about because this is happening. It's live. You're seeing it here. Pretty much every news station is covering it. If they're not, they're fake
the
news.
president there as he's chuckling and we're chuckling a little bit,
Oh,
saying, I'll answer some more of these questions once we get the media out of here.
wow.
Let's
So
listen.
it is kind of interesting that they're going to do this without the media actually being there. I am very interested in knowing exactly what they're going to talk about. They're not going to be very privy
We find some
to what's happening, but it's just very interesting. It's actually happening. So anyway, wow. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Again, not really much I wanted to talk about other than I am actually surprised that this took place. If you remember, just as early as 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump sent a letter to Kim Jong Un. Saying that, hey, you know what, this may or may not happen. We might not go and have our meeting because of the fierce rhetoric from the administration of Kim Jong Un, and now that has all seemingly changed. Here is another shot. Again, this is basically footage from Fox News, but pretty much every station is covering it. The two men shaking hands. You didn't see Donald Trump doing any of those knee jerk type handshakes. He was seemingly very cordial. This is definitely a different Donald Trump than we are used to seeing. He actually seems calm. He doesn't seem at all flustered. It doesn't seem like he's out of his element. Nor does Kim Jong Un. They both seem like they actually understand the gravity of what's taking place here, even if it's just for show. From my point of view, I think a lot of this is right now just for show. I think a lot of the real talks and the real negotiations probably already happened. Again, you had Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who was then the CIA director. He had made a couple of trips to North Korea. You had the North Korean dictator, or whatever you want to call him, Kim Jong Un, already crossed the DMZ, the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea, to talk to Moon Jae-in, who is the president of South Korea. So they had talks. You've had Kim Jong Un speak to China. So I'm pretty sure there have been a lot of things happening in back channels that have got us to this point. It wasn't, the past 2 weeks, the past 6 months haven't just been the tweets that you see from Donald Trump or the letter that he sent. No, there's been a lot of work, but believe me, and it'll just be really interesting to see what exactly happens. But I'm happy to be alive at a time such as today. I mean, we've had so many crazy things happen today. You had the engagement of Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande, which, again, that's something else I never thought I'd see happen. Dennis Rodman, for some reason, is in North Korea as well, and President Trump basically disavowed any knowledge of Dennis Rodman wanting to have any part in this. But, whatevs. It's, I don't want to show Philip DeFranco just yet, but anyway, I'll show this footage. This is from Time. This is a feed from Time, basically, but showing North Korea. But it's very interesting to see everything that's happening. Some other news: IHOP has finally changed its name to IHOB, International House of Burgers, and I just don't understand why they would do such a thing. Stick to pancakes. But anyway, this is a lot of crazy things that have happened today, and it's going to be hard for me to cover them all. But this is obviously the most important thing ever is Trump meeting with Kim Jong Un. So that's all I wanted to cover today. If there was anything else that I should be covering, please do let me know. Otherwise, this is the what is this? The 162nd episode of Tones Takes. Thank you all for tuning in. And maybe tomorrow I will talk more in depth about what happened. But until then, have a beautiful, peace-filled evening. My goodness, are we one step closer to world peace or one step closer to Armageddon? Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow if we're all still here. I'll see you all then. Until then, peace out.